So no, the Swedish influence on the NHL in the 1970s was much more than Hamstrung and Salming. This guy, a smooth skater, a very, very top-notch prospect, broke ground for a lot of the Swedish players that came in after him, and a fan favorite actually with 2 go-arounds with Detroit from the early 70s to the late 70s. So today we're talking about the legend of Thommie Bergman. Now, Thommie Lars Rudolf Bergman, 6'3", big guy, born in Munkfors, Sweden. At 200 pounds, one of the biggest defensemen, and actually one of the mobile defensive defensemen of his era. He came to major prominence for playing 4 seasons and in Division I in Sweden, where he put up some really impressive numbers. See, Sweden would only play 20 to 30 regular season games, and Tommie's numbers were kind of a half a point pace, if not more. He played with KB Karlskoga, Solarstad SK, and Vasa Frölunda IF. Now, his excellence in Division I came to prominence for the national team, and he played for Team Sweden at the 1972 Olympics, where he was scouted by several teams. Detroit didn't draft him. He was overage, unsigned. He was 26 when Detroit brought him in, and that first season he was among rookie point leaders that year with 21 points, including 9 counters in 75 games. 74, only 43 games, but 75 he decided to take the WHA money that was promised to him, and he jumped to the new league with the Winnipeg Jets, where he was among the top players on the Jets for 4 seasons. Now, his best campaign was 76, where he got 41 points, including 11 goals in 81 regular season games, and a point a game in the playoffs, 13 games, 3 counters, 10 assists. Now, after 77, his point totals went down, and he made a decision to jump back to the NHL with Detroit in 78 to own his rights. He started the season with Winnipeg with 33 points, but then jumped to the NHL with 7 points in 14 games. Now, in 79 was his best game as an NHL player, with 27 points in 68 games, including 10 goals. And he was also a Swede that wasn't scared to take a penalty once in a while. Now, after one last season in Detroit, he found himself back in Sweden with Soderstad for 2 more campaigns where he wrapped up his career. Now, NHL totals, 65 points in 246 games, including 7 playoff games. WHA, 119 points in 234 games, 13 points in 13 WHA playoff games. But like I said, very, very dedicated defenseman. Scored the occasional goal, but any team could use him. And he was part again of that quarterfinal run that Detroit had against the Montreal Canadiens. Even though he did knock off the Habs, he showed some great skill in that challenge series. But when you're playing with Detroit and you're not making the playoffs, it must be hard. I think that's the reason why he left for Winnipeg, because he probably had a better chance towards going for a title. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. A like, comment, and subscribe is always well appreciated. If you like our channel, please subscribe. We're trying to keep it going with the NHL podcast in tribute to the playoffs. It's been a tumultuous year with COVID, and to see all the fans be patient with the NHL and getting towards the Stanley Cup Finals. And if you really like what we're doing here, please celebrate it by making a donation to your local minor hockey group, especially minor hockey like novice initiation or women's hockey. They would appreciate the donation, and I know I would, because if we're going to support the sport, not only should be listening to podcasts, you should volunteer or donate to minor hockey programs, again, especially for the lower age groups in women's hockey, because I'm sure they need it and they were suffering not knowing it was going to come back. So please support a young player in your neighborhood, and we appreciate your efforts in advance. Have a good day. Bye.